It's the Bronco, our radio. Go to your computer and you hear a great show. Cause we on. Listen in the afternoon and in the morning. Playing all the hits, easy to listen to. Live and direct from FSU. Homie, we on. Shorty, we on. Listen in the afternoon and in the morning. Welcome to a new era of the radio. So go ahead and cool out to the sounds of your favorite show. Attitude check, Bronco pride. Turn on your computer and just vibe. And you know how we do, run by the students, so it's all about you. And send your requests, we will get them on for you, that's a bet. And keep you in the know, the information given throughout the show. Take time to listen, tell your friends. If they don't believe it, let them know again. Yeah. Catch the sensation, turn to the new #1 station. Yeah. Go to your computer and you hear a great show. Cause we on. Listen in the afternoon and in the morning. Playing all the hits, easy to listen to. Live and direct from FSU. Homie, we on. Shorty, we on. Listen in the afternoon and in the morning.
It's Wednesday afternoon.
Beat that beat up. Beat that beat up.
RayTHOMAS on your radio. Yo, the world famous RayTHOMAS variety show. RayTHOMAS on your radio. Yo, the world famous RayTHOMAS variety show.
If you've been listening to the same old hand-me-down lame-old radio show, check my man Ray Flow. They go Parks for this, Bronx up in this, North Cat, South Cat, where you at? It don't matter, matter of fact, all states, cities, towns, and districts. It's talking about RayTHOMAS, he up on their lips like lipsticks. Lipsticks are clueless. How we do this smoothly? How we walk you through this Q? If you asking who this 2468, who do we appreciate? R-A-Y on your R-A-D. Oh. Yo, it's the RayTHOMAS VARIETY show.
RayTHOMAS on your radio. Yo, the world famous RayTHOMAS variety show. RayTHOMAS on your radio. Yo, the world famous RayTHOMAS variety show.
And we say good afternoon to you. I am he that is him, the heavyweight RayTHOMAS. It's BroncoRadio.com, where every second of the day an artist is live. B.O.B. Yep. Yeah, there. I don't know why I'm doing all those different things right there.
I like it though. The sound effects, I like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It almost brings us up to like the 24th century. It's like bow,
bow, bow, bow, bow, bow, chicka, bang, bang, bow, chicka, bow, bow.
Oh, that's a different kind of,
Who did that? Was that you, Ebony? Oh, that was Lakeisha. Okay, so she's relatable with us, Tonya. Yes, indeed. Ebony knows too, but you know, Ebony's getting off that thing about being shy, right? So we're gonna get her out of her shyness. And is your granddaddy listening?
Yes.
Watching today?
Always.
I'm watching you, baby girl.
Always.
Baby girl, make sure you speak up now. Open your mouth, girl. You know you got all your teeth.
Yeah. I can't. I can't.
I'm just saying.
I just can't.
Oh man. Also, the other intern, Kiara West, is actually in the studio, y'all. But I will get her on camera momentarily. You know, she gets out of class in between like segments, so that's why she's not on screen. But Kiara, you are here, right? You can speak into your microphone. See, hold on. You know what? Try it. Attempt it again.
Yes.
Okay, there you go. I'm gonna give you a ding anyways because you didn't have your microphone pulled over to your mouth in proper proximity. Always be prepared. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready, girl. Right. I'm just saying. I know I'm right. That's what I'm telling you.
Power.
Did you just say preparation is power?
Preparation is power.
Is that your new thing?
Yes.
Okay.
That is my new thing.
Okay, make a t-shirt for it, okay?
I want a t-shirt. Yeah.
All right, okay.
Preparation is power.
Preparation.
Because if you think about it, the more you prepare, the more confident that you are, right? The more that you prepare, you know that when you step into the room, you know what you're talking about, you know what you're speaking of, and you can actually get the power from the room by being confident in what you know. So preparation is power.
Okay, so you see she's stealing. Our good friend Brian Barber's in the studio. You can't see him. He's off camera as well, too, because he's going to be coming up in segment number 2, a.k.a. DJ B Squared. Two times. But anyways, Tonya, there's a thing that we say here on the program. It's called prior preparation prevents poor performance. So I guess that's relative to your preparation is power.
Yeah, I just said it in fewer P's.
But it's the 5P system. Well, you should be familiar with that because your uncle, Mike Jarvis, is the one that ingrained that into my brain.
I remember.
My former coach.
Yes.
So, yeah. Hold on, I got to clear my throat.
Let me clear my throat. Hey, Carla Foster. Carla is saying hello, everybody. Blessings.
What's up,
Welcome
Carla?
to the show.
What's up, big homie? How you doing, Carla? Hey, Carla. I remember Carla. Hey, Carla, you remember that time we had the neighborhood party in the basement and you taught me how to dance? Close.
I'm glad you said dance.
No, I said dance. Listen to what I'm saying though. Dance close. Because it was a grown up party. I was a youngster up amongst adults.
Okay,
Carla Foster taught me how to dance close. That's my homegirl though. That's my big homie though. So I appreciate that, Carl, because that actually it built my confidence a little, being a young man and all that. She said, "Nah, this is how you do it." Okay, never mind. TMI, too much information. Yes, indeed. Her younger brother, Keith Foster, and we played ball together at Cambridge Windsor Latin as well, too. So the entire family, just all good people. All right, so let's
to the bridge.
Yeah, let's get into this, Tonya, because our esteemed guest is on borrowed time. You know, she got things that she got to do, places she got to be, people she got to see. And you see, I'm rocking the pink. Not only is it RayTHOMAS, but rocking it for our guest as well, too. I wanted to make sure that I was in, accordance with what she was wearing, because I know she was going to be rocking some pink. Yes, indeed. And not
I
only
have a little bit of pink in my jacket. You know?
Oh, yeah?
I mean,
No, we can't see that. It looks black and white to us. Your jacket looks black and white. You sure there's some pink in that jacket?
There is pink.
Okay, well,
Pink.
yeah, there's pink there. There's pink.
A little bit.
I'm winking on camera.
So, yeah, I know. The reason why we have to get started, and I'm going to forego my wonderful introduction that you always give me.
Yes.
Because our guest today, she is the national. Can I say that again?
Yes.
National.
Big time.
The entire country, y'all. Entire country.
Not just North Carolina, y'all. It's not just North Carolina. Not national North Carolina, but national.
Country.
You know, there's a word inside of national, Tonya. There's a word inside of national. It's called nation.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Go ahead, Tonya. I apologize for interrupting.
It's okay. It's all right. Lakeisha Chisholm, the beautiful woman that you see and the voice that you're about to hear, is the National Sales Director of Mary Kay. And this Sunday at noon, Lakeisha and a host of people will be part of an event at the Cape Fear Valley Cancer Treatment Center, where over 2,000 chemo care packages will be delivered to patients and survivors. Lakeisha is a proud sponsor and supporter of everything that has to do with breast cancer survivors. And let us just do a very quick editorial correction, because if you watch the promo, we inadvertently referred to Lakeisha Chisholm as a breast cancer survivor. Wow. She is not a breast cancer survivor, so we apologize for that. Although, and as I said before we got on the air, it's not a disparaging thing, but we just want to make it clear so that her folks don't be calling her like, yo,
what happened? How can you tell?
I need to tell me what was going on, Lakeisha.
Okay.
What happened, Lakeisha?
Yes.
So hold on. Let me go ahead and take full responsibility, right? Because I'm teaching the interns accountability as well too. It was my bad, y'all. It was my fault. It was this guy's fault. My fault. I inadvertently sent that she was a breast cancer survivor because I saw her wearing a survivor shirt, and I assumed, and you know what they say. Exactly. Thank you, Kiara. There you go. I'm dinging myself. You like that? Kiara likes that. Yeah. She's like, ding it one more time. Yes, I'm dinging myself, so my bad. People, it was my fault. I take full responsibility. But I appreciate you, Tonya, as you're saying you're showing the team how it should be, right?
It is we. It is us.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
It's all of us. It's not just one person. There's a team effort here, and we all support each other. But Lakeisha, let's just get right into this because I'm so glad that you're here. And first of all, ladies and gentlemen, this is a new position for Lakeisha at Mary Kay. So talk about, first of all, congratulations. Big up.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
National,
Thank you.
The national title. But talk about your career with Mary Kay.
Oh my gosh. Okay, before I get into that, thank you guys so much for clearing up the breast cancer survivor, because my husband would be like, baby, what's going on with my top? Right? And I cannot. And my mama and them, oh my goodness,
man.
right? So thank you for clearing that up. I do. I've had a lot of girlfriends and some family members that have dealt with breast cancer and being survivors, and so I'm close to it, but just not that close to it. Okay?
Yeah, we understand.
And then another one I want to clear up is that our big event for those that are listening is going to be on September 30th. Which is the last Saturday in the month down at Cape Fear Valley, 30th. Girl. We don't want nobody showing up on Sunday, honey.
Hold on, so it's October, right?
It's October.
October 30th.
Yeah,
okay.
October. That's it, September. October. Okay. It's October 30th. It's the last Saturday in the month. So we'll be down there to deliver these chemo care packages, these love boxes to our local cancer patients that are right here undergoing chemotherapy right here in our city.
Okay, sounds good.
So Lakeisha, how did you even get involved in this? You mentioned that you had several. I think all of us know at least one woman who has dealt with, if not cancer, at least a scare. I myself am going through something right now where I'm having diagnostic testing every 6 months for a lump that's in my right breast. Right now, no one is very, very concerned, but they're keeping an eye on it. So tell me how it is that you got involved in this incredible outreach.
Well, I love being one of our ambassadors for the Mary Kay Foundation, which does a lot of researches for cancers that affect women. So we do a lot with breast cancer, and we do a lot of awareness, just making sure that, our customers and our loved ones, do those monthly breast exams. But I think, 7 years ago, me and a group of my unit members, we were wanting to do something that would impact the community. And so a lot of times when you do big fundraisers or even walks and runs, those funds go to the bigger cities. And we wanted to do something that would impact our local community right here. So we came up with doing chemo care package boxes, because chemotherapy is really hard on a cancer survivor's skin. And so to really put in products that would soothe and moisturize and just allow them to feel good, a box of pampering, a box of love, a box of encouragement, hugs, smiles, and just to let them know that, someone else is cheering for them and rooting for them to see this thing through, because I know that the journey sometimes can get tiresome and weary, but to know that other people are thinking about you, I think that makes a difference. And I know that it's made a difference right here locally in our community, because the boxes go to people that we walk past every single day dealing with this horrible disease called cancer. And so that's really how we got started, really wanting to make a difference and do something and keep our dollars in our community.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And I'm so glad that you mentioned that, because, we see the big commercials, the Susan B. Komen commercials, we see the walks and everything. And then you wonder how much that really is trickling down to the folks who are living in your neighborhood. So, so I think that that's so important that you're doing that and that it stays in the community. One of the things, and I'm going to talk about this later in the show, but I'm a documentarian and I do films that really kind of focus on women's issues. And although breast cancer is not exclusively a women's issue, it disproportionately affects women of color, more so than others. What can you help people understand about the importance of someone like yourself and a company like Mary Kay being involved in helping to just kind of maintain the dignity of a woman in a very kind of small way, but really just kind of helping in that whole process of, I'm losing my hair, I'm losing weight, I'm not feeling as beautiful. Why is that so important to you?
Well, I will say when we know better, we do better. So to start, education is key. And I think that it is important for us to really take those 30 seconds, that 1 minute, to do the breast exam on a monthly basis. It really does save your life. And so, being able to educate more women to do that, because sometimes we're so busy, but in truth and theory, we are not that busy.
That's right.
For those that are experiencing, the loss, it's a lot of changes going on. It is emotionally, mentally, and physically stressful on one's body. But when you think of makeup, as you were talking about, Mary Kay, when you think of makeup, you know what? Putting yourself together, making yourself look beautiful does transfer over, and it allows you to feel beautiful. So it brings a touch of joy to someone that may be going through, someone that, because sometimes you think when you lose your hair that is so not beautiful, not cool, but now we've made that look beautiful. Right. I mean, a woman that is well made up and no hair, she's fabulous. She's a top model, and so
that's right.
I'm just grateful to be able to inspire, encourage, educate women along the way that, we can definitely make a difference. One person, and that's one of Mary Kay's quotes or models. One woman can make such a big difference. So I'm just grateful to be on the journey to be a game changer in someone else's life and along someone else's journey.
So how can folks begin to help support not just your effort that's happening on October 30th, but how can folks get involved in the community in terms of helping out, either supporting, volunteering their time and efforts to put these boxes together? How can folks be involved, get involved rather?
Wow, that's a great question because, the labor's, you know what they say. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The harvest is plenty, but the labors are few. But I would like to say there are several ways that you can help out as we are coming to a close and closing out this year's annual Chemo Care Package Drive. You can be a doll and support and purchase a Chemo Care Package for one or more local cancer patients in, our area. Each package is $30. So you can help out that way. You can help out with getting in touch with me. I am on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, Lakeisha Chisholm. If you would like to come and help package, each package is hand packaged. It is put together, with love. And so, yes, we could use some more hands on deck to help put together packages. And then on the 30th, if you want to put on your pink shirt and come out, meet us down at the Cape Fear Valley Cancer Treatment Center to help unload, oh my gosh, all of these packages. Feel free to do that too. You'll see an event that I have created via Facebook events where you can get the information, the time, the location, all of that good stuff on September 30th. You guys, I know that the world runs off of money, but it is nothing like a paycheck of the heart to do something kind for someone else, to be a blessing to someone else.
Yes, indeed, and let me hold on before you hold on, Tonya. So it's October 30th. I think you stuck on something happened in September with you.
Yeah, something happened.
I
It's
don't
my
know what it
sister's
is.
birthday. September 30th is my sister's birthday.
I'm like,
shout out to Roshan again. No.
I'm like, y'all don't get it twisted. It's October 30th, y'all. It's RayTHOMAS 30th. Just remember RayTHOMAS 30th.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's gonna be. That's when it's going down. And also, if you can't do all those other things, there's also a Cash App. You can Cash App a contribution.
Right.
That will help as well too. So and any amount is definitely welcome. But you can start at $30, y'all. I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
Now, Tonya, you was gonna issue a challenge.
Yeah, I'm going to issue a challenge.
Okay.
So for everyone listening today, okay, Whole Bay Productions, for everyone listening today, if you buy a box or you sponsor a box for $30, Whole Bay is going to match that box up to 5 boxes.
Oh, wow.
So
I'm going to need y'all to get hot.
Guys. The Cash App is right on your screen. You can do that. Or we're going to chat box if you're watching online, or and Lakeisha's going to give us information on how to get in touch with you. But that is the Whole Bay Challenge. So
okay, so you said
boxes.
5.
I want
Okay,
people
so
to buy in the course of the next 20 minutes, I want 5 boxes. They're $30 each, and then Whole Bay Productions will match those 5 boxes.
Wow.
okay, so
Come
so
on,
I'm gonna be one of the boxes.
Wow.
So I'm gonna be one of the boxes. Okay. So I'm one of the
All right.
boxes. So I'm
Oh, my
purchasing a box right now. So now you're down to 4 boxes, Tonya. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go,
Hold on.
folks.
Wait a
I
minute.
know that you guys.
You too, Kiara.
This is
Hold
for a
on. So
good
hold
cause.
on. You're down to 2 boxes. So
Okay.
Kiara and I have both pledged. So we're gonna go ahead and purchase a box.
Can you tell us a little bit about what's inside of the boxes for the patients?
Yes. I will share with you. They are feel-good products, pampering spa products that are great for whether it's a male or a female, or even, we actually have children that are going through chemo as well. So these products are soothing products for their skin, moisturizing, hydration, just really soothing, because sometimes your skin gets irritated, it may flare up. So really great spa soothing products.
Okay, and you can see some of those products on the screen as well too. You see how we get down, yo. We stay on top of things. I'm just saying, we stay on top of things. Y'all can see the products that she's talking about. Lakeisha's like, yeah, there's a delay, Lakeisha, from here to your phone. So she's like, hey, what's Ray talking about?
So
It's on the
listen,
screen.
we need 3 more boxes, you all. We need 3 more boxes.
3 more
to
boxes.
purchase.
Okay.
Okay, so if you guys are listening
All right.
out there, just put in the chat box, I got a box, and then Whole Bay Production is going to match it up to 5 boxes. So I know that you guys are out there. I know that you can do this.
All
This
right.
is for a great cause. This is helping the people in your
Thank you,
community.
Kiara
So-
West. You're welcome.
Oh, so Kiara, you already did it, huh? You got down with the get down. Okay, all right. Look here, I can't scan the Q code right now because I'm using my phone as a camera. It's right there. So you got me though. So I'm down for a box, and Kiara's down for a box. So we need 3 more boxes. So Tonya can go ahead and match with Whole Bay Productions. We're gonna make that happen.
You need 2 more boxes.
You need 2
And,
more. Oh,
yeah, and we need 2 more boxes.
did Brian Barber just go ahead and you cash apped it? You did that, okay,
Yeah,
Brian
This is what
Barber.
this is all about.
Okay,
and
all right.
I'm so glad that we're able to do this right now. And I'm going to put out
Thank you,
another
Brian
challenge.
Barber.
Okay. Yep. So let me put the Cash App back up on screen so people can see the
You
Cash
guys,
App.
yes.
I'm like,
Cash
oh man.
App, $ awesome achiever.
Okay.
One
Call
word.
Tracy.
Okay.
Cash app for me.
All right.
So let me put another challenge out there. Maybe you're listening to the show right now. Maybe you're watching the show right now, and you say, you know what, I really don't have $30, but you know what I do have? I have a strong set of legs and a strong set of arms, and I can get there on
Yeah.
October 30th and help unload some stuff. So do that, please. If I lived in the area, I would be there on October 30th, but it's a very long drive for me. But come on, students out there.
So hold on, wait a minute. We
listeners
got
of
another
Rock
box
Radio.
from one of our show sponsors. Will Glass at Hot Sugar Pop just says, "I'll get a box."
Thank you, Will.
So that's from Hot Sugar
awesome.
Pop.
Okay, that's 4. That's
Yes,
4.
indeed.
We're almost there, guys.
Yes, indeed.
We're almost there.
And we're going to be having some picked popcorn before the RayTHOMAS festivities are over as well too, because he's also a breast cancer supporter as well too. So thank you, Will C. Glass over there at Hot Sugar Pop in the Cross Creek Mall, in the nice side of the Cross Creek Mall shopping center. You know, the newer side where the pavement is fresh. Yeah, that side. So now we're down to 1 box.
Wow.
We're down
well,
to
I'm
1
gonna
box.
come over there.
Okay.
I'm going to come over there and get some, what is it,
All right,
hot
Sugar Pop. Yeah.
Okay,
It's
I'm coming to Hot Sugar Pop.
yes, indeed. It's like gourmet popcorn. Yes, indeed. So
if you're just tuning in, we are speaking with Lakeisha Chisholm. She is the National Sales Director for Mary Kay. Also, she is here to talk about a very important event that is happening on October 30th. She is giving out over 2,000 boxes to chemotherapy patients in the Fayetteville area. And our challenge right now is if we can get 5 people to sponsor a box, it's $30. Hull Bay Production is going to match those 5 boxes. So we have 4 boxes already sold. We got 4 boxes done. We need 1 more if you're listening out there.
Yeah, we're doing a daggone radiothon.
Yes, I used to beg for money.
Work the polls. Work the polls. Yes, indeed. Work the polls, and we're talking about the polls, not the other polls. The polls, y'all. POLLS. Yes, indeed. Those kind of polls that Tonya works.
Lakeisha, why is this work so important to you?
You know, this work is so important to me because, again, it affects our community. Mm-hmm. And I know I have this saying, in order to make America great again, y'all, it starts in the community.
Oh, yeah.
It starts with us. It starts with our kids. It starts with our youth. It starts right here where we live. And so, again, you know, I do other community events as well that, you know, I'm super excited about and proud to be a part of. But, you know, really being an impact, making a difference in where I live is everything to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. And I'm going to show you guys a picture of the boxes that Keisha's talking about that they put together. It's right there on your screen right now.
Right.
A lot of boxes.
And we do this right in my home. I know that my children, my husband are like, okay, can we get finished? Like, what day are you going to drop off? Because we have to take over a whole portion of the house just to, you know, get the materials and build the boxes, store the boxes until this day comes. So it's not just me making a sacrifice. It's my children. It's teaching my children how to give, how to sow, how to build community.
Right.
And, you know, just how to be a blessing to other people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that's what RayTHOMAS is all about.
Speaking of children, drum roll please. Ashley Collins, my daughter, has bought the 5th box.
All right.
We have 5 boxes that have just
and that's a long distance buy, too, all the way from Massachusetts.
Wow.
Yep.
You're right, y'all. We are national now. We are national.
Match that box.
Okay. So we just moved 10 boxes for you.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
Bless. Just that quick. Being on this show, we were able to bless.
At 5.
Oh, no, we don't.
Cancer patients just this fast. This is just amazing. Thank you so much, Ray, for this opportunity.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely my pleasure. And also, Nissa Short says it's been years. We've seen in growth. Yes. I guess you meant to say sown, right, Anissa? Okay, it's a typo. It's okay. It doesn't matter. But we understand what you're saying, girl. So we appreciate you. So big shout outs to Anissa Short. Thanks for tuning in this afternoon. And thanks to everyone that purchased a box, man. So we could match that Hull Bay Productions challenge. And we appreciate you, Tonya, and Greg over there at Hull Bay Productions. Yes, indeed. And Ashley coming through in the final hour. Because if it didn't happen, RayTHOMAS was going to buy another box. I'm just saying. All right.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you. Big shout out to Anissa Short. Oh my gosh, one of my bestest girlfriends in town that really helps us really big with the annual chemo care package drive, you guys. She's just huge. Just a big friend and a huge supporter. I love being able to support each other. She's an author. I mean, she's big time. She's big time in the books. Like, she's written, I think this might be her 3rd or 4th or 5th book. I want to make sure I'm correct. So I think I might have hit it in there, 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 6th book. But she's amazing. And to be able to be amazing in your own right, but still support another person is just phenomenal. So I love the support that we give each other in the community. So again, big shout out to you, Anissa. Love you,
indeed.
girl.
Also, big shout out to your sorors as well too. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that because my wife would be like, "Oh, you didn't mention the ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha."
Say it again,
Mr. Honeydew. They call me Honeydew, y'all. So Honeydew's on point. Yes, indeed, the ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority definitely in the building. And And
Yes.
before
Love my
you
sorors.
go, you know, I have to mention this because there's a thing that a lot of people that aspire to do Mary Kay that they always see something that always attracts or draws their attention, right? It's that pink Cadillac, right? And I would be remiss being that, you know, we are supported by our friends at Cadillac of Fayetteville, you know, so I wanted to go up and put up your current ride that you rocking because I was actually there 2 years ago now, right?
Right.
When you got your new version
Right.
of your pink Cadillac.
It was in October.
Yes, indeed. It was RayTHOMAS. So I'm gonna pop it up on screen so y'all can see what Lakeisha is pushing, y'all. Y'all see that on screen right
that
there,
makes me wanna
and that's
suck.
pink, and it's a nice powder pink too. It's just a nice soft pink. Make you want to sell makeup. Make you want to be a part of Mary Kay. I
Right?
need to get the caddy.
Okay, well, I'm going to say that is the ST6. It is hot, hot, hot.
Mm-hmm.
But while I was sitting in here with you all, they just confirmed that they received my order for the pink 2022 Escalade.
Oh,
that will be coming in my
Hold on, wait.
driveway.
That's a big A thing for that one.
The big thing. Yes. So it's also going to be that beautiful powder pink, but it's
Okay.
going to be an Escalade, you guys. So I'm so excited to represent the community and
Gosh.
drive around in that pink Escalade.
Good
But don't get
gosh.
me wrong, that ST6 is fire.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
everything right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a beautiful ride, and I love Fayetteville Cadillac. They take care of me. They take care of the cars, and I'm just telling you,
Yeah.
it is just one of the beautiful benefits of being with Mary Kay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big shout outs.
How much did you have to sell though to get that?
Wow, you know, that is the question. No matter where I go, well, girl, you must have sold a lot of lipstick, but it's not really based on sales. It's based on the production, how many other people that we help to build their strong businesses, and together the production, the volume, the performance of my unit, you know, helps to determine which vehicle you drive, because the fleet has 7 phenomenal vehicles in it that Mary Kay wanted her beauty consultants to be able to have that transportation, and not just transportation, y'all, because when you get a Mary Kay vehicle, there's no credit check. Can you get exactly no credit check, right?
Yeah,
No credit check, and you know they are paying for the majority of the tax, title, registration, insurance, and you know we're driving and working. So it is like a company car, and you know work your way up to executive position, and you're allowed to drive a company car. Get excited that here in Mary Kay we're able to drive company cars as well. So it's based off of, you know, the volume and the performance of your team.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Styling and profiling.
Right.
Yes, indeed. Woo! That's a Ric Flair for you right there. Oh, yeah. Woo! Yes, indeed. All right. So once again, I'm going to drop up the Cash App that you guys can go ahead and tap into and purchase your boxes. Right there, it's Lakeisha Chisholm. It's it's $ Awesome Achiever. All right, so go ahead and Cash App your dollars and your cents into that to benefit a great cause. And as always, Lakeisha Chisholm, it's definitely a pleasure having you on the program today.
Thank you.
Yes.
And always know that you have a place that you can come whenever you know you're in season to do what it is that you're doing here at Bronco I Radio, because we're always going to support you, especially during RayTHOMAS.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I love being back in the studio with you, and I just thank you so much. You guys have truly blown me away, because, you know, when you come in here, you really don't know what to expect, what the interview is going to be about, but you guys have truly not just blessed my socks off, but you guys have blessed the socks off of local cancer patients, and I just appreciate you. I love you.
Yeah, we're definitely glad that we could be a blessing today. So, all right, so that's segment number 1. We're going to play a little song for you. One of our homegirls, Tonya from Boston, Massachusetts, Keena Sage, has a little song called When the Lights Go Out. Well, we're going to keep the lights on. We're going to make sure that we maintain. Hold on, let me show you guys this. The lights going to stay pink all RayTHOMAS long, too. See?
That's
Pink
right.
for breast
That's
cancer
right.
awareness and all that kind of stuff. So stick around. Segment number 2 is right around the corner.
the Bronco, our radio. Go to your computer and you hear a great show. Cause we on. Listen in the afternoon, 9 in the morning. Playing all the hits, easy to listen to. Live and direct from FSU. Homie, we on. Shorty, we on. Listen in the afternoon, 9 in the morning. Welcome to a new era of the radio. So go ahead and cool out to the sounds of your favorite show. Attitude check, Bronco pride. Turn on your computer and just vibe. And you know how we do, run by the students, so it's all about you. Send your requests, we will get them on for you, that's a bet. And keep you in the know, through information given throughout the show. Take time to listen. Tell your friends. If they don't believe it, let them know again. Yeah. Catch the sensation. Turn to the new #1 station. Yeah. Go to your computer and you hear a great show. Cause we on. Listen in the afternoon, 9 in the morning. Playing all the hits, easy to listen to. Live and direct from FSU. Homie, we on. Shorty, we on. Listen in the afternoon, 9 in the morning.
It's Wednesday afternoon.
Beat that beat up. Beat that beat up.
Ray Thomas on your radio, yo, the world famous Ray Thomas variety show. Ray Thomas on your radio, yo, the world famous Ray Thomas variety show.
If you've been listening to the same old hand-me-down lame-old radio show, check my man Ray flow. They go Parks for this, Bronx up in this, North Cac, South Cac, where you at? It don't matter, matter of fact, all states, cities, towns, and districts is talking about Ray Thomas. He up on their lips like lipsticks. Lipsticks are clueless. How we do this smoothly? How we walk you through this? Q. If you asking who this 2468, who do we appreciate? R-A-Y on your R-A-D. Oh, it's the Ray Thomas V-A-R-I-E-T-Y show.
Ray Thomas on your radio, yo, the world famous Ray Thomas variety show.
Hey.
Ray Thomas on your radio, yo, the world famous Ray Thomas variety show.
Hey,
I feel like I'm playing the drums.
Ow, 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 ow. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Power News Ray Thomas Right Show live band.
The band?
Featuring, well, yeah. I mean, you can make music with your mouth.
Okay. Like Biz.
Make the music with your mouth, Biz.
All right, I don't know why I'm playing the news now theme, Tonya.
Oh, well, it's already gone now.
Playing the wrong theme, but it's all good. Welcome back to our segment number 2. No, that's for you, Kiara.
Brian's just shaking his head at you. He was like, yeah, that was supposed to happen.
You know you said that out loud, Kiara, right?
I didn't
Everybody
mean to.
can hear you. You didn't mean to. That's another one for you. Go ahead. Say something else. Go on. Go on, girl. Go on.
Go on, Cletus.
Uncle Ray's wagging finger all over the area.
Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
Welcome to segment number 2, ladies and gentlemen. You can see a lot of faces on the screen, and just in case you don't know who those faces are, we will let you know who they are momentarily. But Tonya, with the good light, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't even get to introduce you first segment with Lakeisha Chisholm.
You didn't.
So can I do your intro now?
It's like segment 1 didn't happen, except for I spent $150.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You did spend. You spent $150 today. Last week I spent $130. But then added on to my 30 today, so I'm up to 160. So I'm right there with you, partner.
Can I just say that Danny Wag is having the time of his life right now?
I am. I'm loving the music. You know what I'm saying?
He's getting his life.
And I felt like I was playing drums on the intro.
I am vibing to this music. I don't want anyone to ask me any questions. Go on.
Oh, man. All right, so Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host is a 3-time Emmy Award-winning producer, director, writer, documentarian, mother, sister, grandmother, and hold on, Ebony gets a ding for her phone making noise while I'm doing Tonia's introduction. So yeah, that's 50 cents for you there, Ebs. Yes, indeed. All right, so Tonya McGrath.
That the tides right now are completely even. We have these 3 beautiful women, myself included, of course. We got 3 handsome men, so
well, thank you.
Thank
you. Yes, thank you. Yes, debonair. Debonair is the operative word right now.
You
debonair.
know what? A simple thank you would have sufficed.
No, but debonair, yeah, debonair. Please do not refer to the HD word. Keep that in silence. You hear me, Danny Rag?
What's the HD word?
I know before the show's over, he's gonna use the HD word several times.
I'm trying to hold it in. I don't want to give it away just yet.
This is your first ding, Danny Rag. You just used the try word, so I just gave you a ding.
Oh!
You welcome.
Man.
You're welcome. Yes, indeed.
I'm going to have to use it later then.
Okay, yeah. All right.
So, before we jump into this segment, because the reason why we have these other 2 handsome gentlemen on the show today is because last week it was homecoming.
That's right.
It's
homecoming, y'all.
University. And but can I just say, so I have started a new nutrition program. Shout out to O'Neill Anderson. He is my nutritionist. Shout out to you. You are just absolutely wonderful.
Shout out to O'Neill.
1 week. 1 week.
Mm-hmm. 1 week.
No sugar.
Is that Antonia's wagging finger? 1 week,
yeah. 1 week. Just one.
Okay.
No sugar.
Mm-hmm.
No alternative sugar products. No gluten.
Okay.
No corn. No peanuts. I am down 4 pounds and feeling amazing.
Go ahead, Tonya. Congratulations.
Good stuff. Congratulations.
Tonya with the good life. Tonya with the good life.
Bring the love. I'll take it.
I done picked up 4 pounds since homecoming. You know?
Right.
I need to get on that eating plan. I had some collard green neck bones. I had some pig feet. Somebody has pig feet at homecoming too.
You can eat a lot of things. It's just
some
really
ribs.
knowing what's in the food that you're eating.
Oh, okay.
You're right.
Okay.
You know, I mean, so I'm a huge fan of tomato soup. I have this organic tomato soup that from Wolfgang Puck that I've been eating for years. It has sugar in it. So what did I do? I made my own tomato soup. I put my little crushed red pepper in it, garlic, onion, chopped up some peppers. It's delicious. You know, who's Wolfgang Puck? Who needs Puck?
Yeah, we don't give a Puck.
Who needs that when you can make your own tomato soup? Who needs that?
People just tuning in, all they're hearing is Puck. What did he say? Wolfgang, y'all. Just talking about Puck.
That's it.
Yes, indeed.
And they tomato soup.
Yes. So actually, let's introduce Danny Rag, comedian extraordinaire, FSU alum, and also FSU alum Brian Barber, aka DJ B Squared, to the building. Oh, really? You brought your own horns?
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Now, you guys put it down over the weekend. Let me say that, man, because I just watched and I was entertained.
I appreciate that.
And usually at homecoming, that's what I like to do, just watch and see how things are going. But you guys, I watched and I was entertained, man.
Wow.
And you guys were on stage for like hours.
Yeah.
And so I'm just hoping that people take note, because it's an art form to do what you guys do, right?
Oh, yeah.
And people always think, well, I'm a DJ, I can just play the music and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
No, it's more than that. Or I'm the host / MC / comedian.
Right.
Because it's like, I'm really wondering if Fayetteville State really understood that they had a top-notch comedian on stage.
Right.
Yes, you're an alum, but I'm just wondering. They got a free concert, man.
They did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And none of that stuff was scripted. And that's what people really don't understand, right? They see you doing it, right?
Right.
Oh, I can do what Danny Rag's doing. I'm like, okay, go ahead and try that for 2 or 3 hours.
Go ahead and what?
Straight. Oh, yeah, my bad. Thank you, Brian. Okay.
Got you, V.
I did. Go ahead and attempt that.
There we go.
Go ahead and attempt that.
Did you see Brian? Did you see Brian's face too? Hold on, I'm gonna give you a ding for the face that you made at me, because that was, you know, I'm still your elder, man. All right. You can come for me, but don't come all the way for me.
He hit you just like the professor too. Like, what'd you say again?
He gave me one of my looks. You can't give me one of my looks, Brian.
That was a good one.
All right. And Kiara, don't try it because I know you, Kiara. Okay, now I know how to do it.
I got you back, Kiara. I got him.
Yeah, way back. Remember who's the driver of the bus over there? Yeah, definitely.
Hey,
I got you back every now.
Also, Ray, we need to also mention that it was Brian, DJ B Squared, first time DJing at Homecoming. And you lit it up. I remember tuning into Facebook Live and you guys were doing the electric slide or something to Cameo. I was like, yes! And then it stopped, of course, and so I had to move on with other things in my life. But yes.
That was your first time?
Yes, I was like,
first time at a stage like that. It was my first. I always like to call everything my first, but of course this was the inaugural center stage, so nothing compares to what that was.
I must say, B, not to cut you off, but to give you your flowers while you still sitting here. You truly, you rocked the stage. You kept the crowd entertained. You kept them like the vibe. I remember the last 30 minutes, we both looked at each other. We was like, you know what? Do we need to keep going with this gospel music? I'm like, if you look out at the sea of family, State University of the Broncos, and you saw the eyes, and you saw people hugging, and you saw people shouting, I said, you know what? Might want to tap them off with 2 more songs.
Yeah.
We might just need to keep this spirit going. In the midst of the spirit kept going, man, I don't know what it was. We was supposed to start at 2. Me and you both was there around by like 1:45. You know, to be early is to be on time. To be on time is to be late. To be late is unacceptable. That's everybody out there that wants to do what? To be in the roles that we are in. You know, it takes a lot that goes into preparation for these type of shows, and to get there and to be early on time. Both of us was there, and I knew right then and there through the spirit, I was like, oh yeah, we finna rock out, because I don't have to look for a DJ. The DJ probably already looking for me this time. You know what I mean? He was already on stage, ready, setting up, and the spirit just it clashed together. We went from that stage all the way to the step show stage. So they did have us for almost
a full day.
I want to say, that was a whole shift from like 2 all the way into 11 at night. You know, so we went from 2 to 11, and I want to say, man, we rocked out. Hey, you got to give B his flowers, man. He really he rocked the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you made your BroncoEyeRadio.com family feel proud as well.
I
appreciate that. So, and let me say this, and D-Rag, because I remember we spoke briefly, and I told you about. Remember when you started this, right? When you, Danny's like, hey man, I can hold the microphone at these basketball games. Right. I'm like, okay, let's work you in there. And then that's when he started. So from then to now, the growth.
Oh yeah,
yo, we're giving you your roses, brother.
I appreciate it
because the growth is tremendous, and it continues on, man. And that's what I want people to understand about Danny Rag, is that he's always moving forward.
Yep.
Always moving forward, bro. I see you. I tell you, I watch you stealthily.
How would you say it in Jamaica, Greg?
Forward.
I just called you Greg. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. One thing I even said this to Danny too, but it's like a full circle moment. I've been watching Danny host since I was in high school. Literally, when I was
aging you, brother.
When I was at E. Smith, and I remember like watching the talent shows. He would come and host talent shows. I'd be like, man, this dude's cool. Like, the vibe was just always there. And then I got here, and to still see him host, and then to graduate, and then come back, the first official homecoming as an alum, and then to be able to essentially partner with him on something like this, I was like, it doesn't get any more full circle than that. And to kind of like look back at my high school stuff, be like, hey, that's a cool moment. That same guy you watch on stage, you're gonna do an event with him one day, and people are gonna talk about it for a while. And people talked about that, and people can say like a DJ can only do so much. But if you don't have somebody to engage the crowd along with that, and if you don't have somebody who doesn't know how to engage with the people in front of you, like I could only play as many gospel songs I needed to. If I had played it, cool. But if I don't have somebody who knows the people, who knows how to connect with them, who has been here, it wouldn't have worked if I didn't have somebody like Danny out there. So it was much needed, and it'll definitely be something that they will talk about for years. Because I was literally telling somebody today, I'm like, you know, even if they never book me again, somebody's gonna say, man, I wonder who was the first person to be up there. People are gonna say, man, I wonder oh man. So people are gonna say, man, I wonder who the first combo was to be on that stage. Who did this? And that's pretty cool.
So you're saying you and Danny Rag are a two-piece?
We're the first combo to ever do it.
Two-piece.
Yeah, and
two-piece.
honestly,
Bang, bang.
We're the first ones to do it.
I just want to sit here and say, you gonna get booked again. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
gonna get booked again on a lot of different levels.
Right.
Not just on this level, because it was people from other universities that was here on the yard.
Yeah.
And just to get like, the DMs and the phone calls and people like, yo, who was the DJ? I'm telling them who the DJ was.
Yeah.
So for them to say, okay, who was the DJ? That means you're gonna get booked again because somebody saw something in you at that moment and said, look, we need him.
Yeah.
Just like even with Chancellor Allison, at the step show, he came and spoke to me, and I felt like even that moment, even with him, he did something I've never seen another Chancellor do. At all the homecoming step shows I've ever stepped at and hosted, I ain't never seen a Chancellor just down there enjoying the step show or even pop in at a step show.
Yeah.
So I meant that by saying the key word was time.
Yep.
Everything that a chancellor has on his list to do, having to run the university, faculty, staff, meetings. He brought his queen. He brought his first lady. He brought his wife. They sat right in the front, took time out for the student body, and showed them, look, we care for you guys. We just not out here just saying Phelps State homecoming.
Yeah.
Hey, shake a few hands, wave, and go home. He came and he sat and he stayed through the whole step show. Yeah. And I felt the love from that.
Right.
Also, other people were telling me they saw him on the yard as well when we had our the yard center stage.
Yeah.
And I felt that was amazing. They was like, man, he was out there with the J's on and he was just chilling. We thought he was like one of the locals. I was like, no. That's what we need, that young, energetic vibe to get this university back up and pump, back up and running, because we already on a good path.
Oh, yeah.
Look what we got here. Bronco I Radio. You know what I'm saying?
Tell him.
Like, hey, man. Hey, Ray been doing this thing before me. I remember Ray came back home, you know what I mean, to sew in to what I call the younger generation. We have so many people that come back from like L.A. and Atlanta that have made it in Hollywood, and they come back and they're very bougie. Don't want to say much. Don't want to. I can't help you. You have to learn it on your own. Right. But now Ray was more of the one that we know. Look, if you say you want to do it, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna break bread with you. I'm gonna show you. Yeah. And then okay, cool. If I see that you truly interested in it, I'm gonna give you a little bit. Cause I can't give you all of it. Cause you give some people everything. Yep. And they take off and run and say, "Oh man, he ain't never helped me. I don't know him." Right. So if you give them just a little piece, they'll come back. And once they give him a little bit more, they'll come back and say, okay, yeah, he's very interested in this. So I thank Ray for always sewing into me, you know what I mean? And Miss, like I said, Miss Council, Miss Wynette Council, Miss Regina Locust, and Dr. Dean Hatley. Those were the three people that actually gave me my start here at Phelps State and gave me that go-to to say, you know what, you can do this. Right. You have the skill set, you have the talent, you have the love of the yard. You can do this. And you know what? We believe in you. I never forget. It was a story. I know Ray, we all over the place, but it was a story. I was hosting a homecoming step show, and this is how humble I was. I had just crossed in 2006. 2010, they called me back to host the step show, and I came in. I was a little intoxicated. Had been drinking on the yard, having a good time with the bros, and Dr. Dean Hatley pulled me to the side. It was me and K-Mac. He pulled me to the side and said, bro, I can't let you go up and do that. I got frustrated. Man, come on, man, let me up there. He said, He said, let's redo this next year. And guess what I did? I ain't get upset. I ain't curse. I ain't fuss. I ain't get mad like, oh, man, they hating on me. Yeah. I said, you know what? He did that for a reason. Right. Because look where I'm at now. Yeah. He helped that career out years ago. So what I did, I went home and I said, okay, to book me for next year. Bruh trying to give me stuff. Give me a bottle of water. Give me some ginger ale. Yeah. Give me some juice. Because I'm not finna miss this opportunity right here, right now, to do what I need to do. Not just for myself, but for my family. See what I'm saying? It's when you start hosting and you start getting into entertainment, it's bigger than you. Stuff that you say on this microphone carries for the rest of your life because it's recorded now. Right. Pictures that you take, they're captured now. Right. So you have to do everything possible. Like, even with the last stand-up special with Dave Chappelle, like I said, I know we all over the place, but it goes back to that. You know what I mean? It's power in the tongue. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I want to say
so
definitely thank Ray for
that
that.
up right now because I mean that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about. But I think it's so important, that lesson that you just did, that story that you just told about, you know, you had the opportunity to respond two ways. You could have gotten mad, caused a scene, and ruined a relationship on campus, but you didn't. You humbled yourself. You went back and you said, you know what, I'm going to be better. I'm going to do better, and I'm going to be better. And that's really one of the things that is so important when you are a mentor, when you're in a position where you can affect other people, and other people are watching you, that you take that opportunity and you behave better and you do better. Because people are always watching you. Like you said, there's nothing that is done in silos anymore. Everybody has one of these. Everybody always has a recording. Everybody is always Snapchatting or TikToking or on the gram, or I know Facebook is for grandmothers, but everybody is just always doing that. And, you know, it's just part of something that I wanted to talk about on the show, and I'm going to throw it out there now because we have 5 intelligent people right here. I want to talk about it now because there's a serious issue going on right now. There's a crisis in the country when it comes to sexting and social media. And you gave me that little kind of nugget, and so I just parlayed into this right now because it is a pandemic. I think that teenagers, when they got locked down for COVID and they started opening up the schools, these fools done lost their mind, okay? They are doing things that they hadn't done before. There are over 80,000 current cases that are open by district attorneys throughout the country that involve sexting of minors. Because people don't realize, like, okay, you know, oh, this is cute. I'm going to take off my shirt and send a picture to my boo and send it over there. Well, guess what? Once you send that picture, you are transporting child pornography. And when you talk about, you know, you can't get anything back, we are living in an age where you can't get anything back.
That's
anything back. And so if you don't start being very intelligent and smart about the decisions that you're making, particularly when it comes to this device, which can be the devil if you allow it to be, you're going to be in a world of pain. That was my editorial for this, but thank you, Danny Rag, for just bringing that to the table because I just wanted to get that off my chest.
Definitely. I feel you.
Yeah.
That's a real topic as well. Definitely with the youth that we have coming up now, like you said, with social media has become the biggest source of like the news now. I know so many people get up and people forget sometime to even pray. They go straight to Instagram. And, you know, figure out what's going on with life.
Absolutely. Before they roll over and say, thank you guys for putting my 2 feet on the ground this morning, they are on social media. And that is a shame.
Yeah, social media is definitely taking over.
But even let's talk about social media. I mean, there are positives and negatives, right?
Negatives, yeah.
And obviously the whole texting or texting, sexting. Get that out there.
Okay, don't hurt yourself.
No, I'm just saying that, and I always tell people this because our platform has always been on social media since 2009. We launched in 2010, but the vision for the platform was always to be on social media, not to be on a radio dial position, because that was what current radio was doing. So it's always about foreseeing what's going to happen 5 or 10 years from now. So we utilize the platform as positively as possible. I know that in the very beginning, you know, our students was like, yeah, we should be on this platform, and that platform. But you have to have structure. You have to have protocol. Because there are certain social media platforms that you can't manage. And now when you're under the umbrella of a university and also a big system like the UNC system, you have to be able to make sure that you can control that. Not that you want to be controlling of the students, you know, where they feel like they're being, you know, handcuffed into not learning, but to show them, understand that, look, there's a structure, there's a method to the madness, that there are certain things that we have to follow suit to in order to represent the brand, which is Fayetteville State University. First and foremost, it's Bronco Eye Radio, then it's Fayetteville State University, and then it's the UNC system. So you have to have that understanding. But if you utilize the platform in a positive way, you can bless many lives. And that's what we attempt to do on this program, is having people on so they can come on and share their stories, because everybody has a story.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be me that tells your story. That's why we bring you on, so you can tell your story and bless, our global audience that tunes in on a regular basis, man. And that's how we look at it in a positive light. But the negative stuff, I'm like, man, and how do you,
and think about it, because we're in the age of cancel culture, which I don't agree with.
Right.
I don't agree with. If you have redeemed yourself, if you can't ask God for redemption in whatever, and then the entire society is going to say no, because you're canceled. I don't agree with that. But I think it's indicative of what we're trying to say about the use and the management of social media, because there's nothing that you do that is a secret anymore.
Right.
I'm 53 years old. I couldn't be a teenager today. I couldn't. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't make it. I just know that, because nothing is private. There's no private. There's no boundaries. And I talk to my teenage son about this all the time. I said, when I grew up, if I left the house and my skirt was a little bit too short, and my mother would bring me back and she would say one thing. She's like, "Baby girl, you're going to leave something up to the imagination. Don't give them
Right.
Leave something for the imagination."
Right.
I said, "Okay, all right. Let me put my skirt down a little bit. You got that." But now,
so your skirt was up though? So Tony, your skirt was up? What you doing, T? I'm like, okay.
I meant down.
Okay.
No, you know what I meant. I lowered the hem.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That's what I meant to say.
But what if we had social media back in in the early 70s and in the 80s? What if we did have like Instagram and 80s?
Oh yeah.
How would that have been?
Things would have been different.
Very.
Our current future, we would have been obviously more advanced. Mm-hmm. Because if we had social media way back then, we would have been really advanced, super advanced. So I don't even know where we would be right now.
That's a good question.
But I also think societally, I think that it has done a lot of damage. I mean, we're seeing what happened in the last administration with the use of hate, the dissemination of hate. We've seen what it's done with, R. Kelly would not have been prosecuted had it not been for social media. Okay, if social media was still not, because dude was dirty for years, and we never knew anything about it.
You said a mouthful right there, though, because R. Kelly ain't the first person to invent that.
Right.
So it's been some people that's done it before Kells.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I say, if we would have had social media back in the 80s.
Maybe Kells wouldn't have been doing what he was doing. Is that what you're saying?
Nah, it would have been some other people have been exposed.
Oh no, I understand that, but maybe that would have curtailed him from doing those kind of things, because
we had Polaroids back then when he did all those allegations and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and beta tapes.
Yeah,
they were beta. I saw it on beta.
That part.
When I saw what I saw, it was on beta.
So you can tear them tapes up, pull a little string out. Get rid of this tape. You know what I mean? Nowadays you can't do that. Not with no iPhone. Once it go to the iCloud, it's over for you.
It's a wrap.
A lot of people don't understand. Once you erase stuff like off your phone, it's still in your iCloud. It's still up there.
Yeah, it's never gone.
You may have over you think you got like 1,300 pictures in your phone. Oh, I just erased so many. Now you still got like 6,000 some pictures up in the iCloud just floating. Yeah. God is watching. He's waiting.
So I guess
it's
like
so true. And you brought up Dave Chappelle, because we didn't get a chance to talk about this last week, and I don't know just how many people have actually seen the last stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see it?
Great special.
Definitely saw it.
Excellent special.
And Dave Chappelle, he's and you're a comedian, Danny Wax. I really wanted to get your take on this as well, because I look at Dave Chappelle as more of like a commentator. He does commentary, and he makes it laughable, but he also kind of like punches you in the face with it.
Exactly.
And we see all of the whole Twitter zone trying to break him down. But Netflix came out. The president and CEO of Netflix came out and said, "Yeah, absolutely not. I'm not taking this down."
Let me ask you this though. So, if you was to give me $60 million, would you take it down?
No.
Exactly. Dave Chappelle just made $40 million prior to this one off his last two specials. Mm-hmm. So his last two specials with Netflix were $40 million for two specials, an hour and a half a piece. Mm-hmm. That's 3 hours worth of work for $40 million. but that came over a long period of time.
Right.
This last special he just did, they paid him $60 million, and he called it The Closer. It was very educational, this last stand-up special, because The Closer meaning the headliner, in a sense. Like, can't nobody really touch these topics but Dave, because Dave is the top echelon when it comes to comedians right now. Kevin Hart is more of a family-oriented comedian. Mike Epps is more of a improv, silly type of comedian. Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock are your more political comedians, but Dave Chappelle is more on that educational side. So everything that Dave talked about, it was very educational. It's kind of like what Damon Wayans has said about him. He freed the comedic slaves, like people like myself, the younger comedians that are right up under that level of the Daves and the Steve Harveys and the Kevin Harts. You know, you had those. Well, we're in the comedy clubs every night in LA. You know, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. You catch us at the Comedy Store. You can catch us at the Laugh Factory. You can catch us on Mo Better Mondays on Melrose at the Hollywood Improv. You can just catch us over in Pasadena at the Ice House. We do this every night. But what Dave does, Dave comes and he teaches. He gives you that topic. He talks about the topic, and then he hits you with the punchline. So he made you think, like, wow, this is kind of
right.
But then he just hits you with the punchline. That's what makes it even funny. So it was very informative what he was saying, because a lot of things that he said, guess what happened? 7 days later with John Gruden, it came to pass.
Right.
That's right.
You wasn't upset that he mentioned or called one of the African American high officials in the NFL big lips, and you didn't care about that. You cared because he called the NFL commissioner the F word, per se. Right. You know, you did. You know what I'm saying? Use the that word, and it was okay, cool. You're mad now, but you wasn't mad about when he used the N word and called the black man out of his name. So what did Dave Chappelle say wrong? Not one thing. Right. You know what I mean? We had a whole nother situation. Okay. The emails with John Gruden. Who was he emailing? Why is it just John?
What about the recipient, right?
Right.
Because
so was John emailing himself to a fake email address?
Right.
Oh, so when he was emailing all these people over the Washington football team, why'd y'all shut that down? Okay, I would love to sit back and see what Jerry Jones got to talk about down in the big state of Texas. With these Cowboys, I know he's been saying some stuff for some years.
Right.
I know he done called us a bunch of stuff, you know. But we find a way to do what? Cover that up, because guess what? He didn't say anything about the letter community, LGBT. It's a bunch of them.
Elemental B.
I got you, because I be forgetting all the letters. I love it, but it's
he said the letter community.
The letter community. You know what I'm saying? It's because they have rights just as well as the African American community has rights. Nobody wants to speak up on all the black lives that have been taken. Right. But we can sit here and say, oh, don't call me this. Yeah. Don't call me out of my name. Yeah. Just because he crossed his legs. But what about us and the brother that's been shot?
Another part into that, because I think that the African American community historically has been consumed with so much self-hate. Right?
We have.
We fight
self-hate.
Each other.
That's a good way to put it.
We call each other this name. We kill. The brothers are killing each other. We're so, as a community, we're filled with so much self-hate. So that, when you have a African-American comedian up there, whether it's Kevin Hart or Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle, Mike Epps, all those folks that you mentioned, and they say the N-word over and over and over again, we don't even hear it. We're just like, that's like normal.
That's part of our culture.
But then as soon as somebody comes out and says something against the LGBTQ plus community, then it's like, oh, okay, pump the brakes. We got to stop this. Let's get him off the air. And I think we as a community, we need to stop accepting that people can talk about us any kind of way, regardless of their skin tone, that they can talk about us. Because, if there's a white comedian up there, and who's the guy that I like? I think he's affiliated with Kevin Hart in some way. He did...
Bill Burr?
Gary Owens.
No,
Gary Owens.
Gary Owens, yeah. And, and he's married to a black woman.
Well, no, he's going through a divorce.
He was.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I wanted them to see. Don't ever do a reality TV.
Hey, please, though. It's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, because that wife, she ain't playing.
No.
That sister, she coming clean about everything.
75%.
Yeah.
I don't want half.
But one thing I can say, though, is it's more of when we use that N-word, that's just been a part of our community for decades and generations. That's like a black man going into the white community and calling them the C word. Oh, there go my what's the name right there? There go my right there, So it's like we don't go into their community doing that. So what should make them want to come into our community doing that?
Privilege.
I think that's where we had that disconnect.
Is a thing called privilege, though.
True, because I know I can be like, oh, B, that's my
Right.
right there. You know what I mean? But if it was the white guy here, I really couldn't say that because he would feel that's racist.
So do you think that if we were as a people to embrace the fact that we're no longer going to use that term?
I was just about to say that.
Because for some it's a term of endearment, right?
Right.
Because it's okay. Yeah, if you what's up, man?
Right.
How you doing?
Right.
But you have to understand when it was first used, the meaning behind it. It wasn't positive. So I believe that, back in the past, some people embraced it and said, well, no, let's spin it and let's use it for our good as a positive thing.
True.
And so now we have, the different sides.
And we don't use it in the right setting at
Yeah.
that sometimes.
Exactly.
But let me give you an analogy to that because I
church
feel really strongly about this. let me give you an analogy to that because, yes, so the word was used as a pejorative, it still is, against black people. And so somewhere down the line, someone embraced it and said, okay, well, we're going to empower it and make it part of us. That is like being the victim of domestic violence and then saying to the guy, okay, well, he doesn't really hit me that hard. It's just, if I change my behavior, maybe he won't hit me. We have to stop allowing the negativity and the hatred on ourselves to be accepted. I understand people are going to use it. It's not allowed in my house. My kids never grew up thinking that it was okay to use it. I don't use the term. But and I say to people, I said, well, why? There are like 5 billion other words in the English language.
Right.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is true.
And I'm really interested because, we got Brian and Ebony and Kiara there, and, you guys are probably the youngins. And I know that you and your people probably.
Oh, y'all got people? Y'all got people, huh?
We got people. My people, your people, your people, my people. One thing I do always want to say is that, we have so many other, there's so much other fish to fry. And I think this conversation always comes up because it just becomes a narrative of because other people use it, hey, let's fry this one first. But kind of as was mentioned earlier, we don't even talk about the fact of how we beat ourselves up as a race. We don't handle that issue. Automatically, as soon as a white person says that, oh, we need to attack them for this. But why aren't we attacking ourselves for how we treat each other, for how we talk about each other, how we feel about each other? We have so many times where it's it'll be I'm going to use Kiara as an example because she's just here. If Kiara's going to do something, I'd be like, oh, why she need to do this, why she need to do that, yada, yada. You need to get other person to do it. Why am I not uplifting her as my black sister instead of just tearing her down? There's so many other scenarios and there's so much other fish to fry that I think with this, I understand the huge argument behind it. I get it. But I think there's so many other things that we need to handle other than just one word rather than our actual behavior.
I hear that, but I believe that something has to be a starting point.
Right.
So I believe that was the catalyst for that. Well, let's make that the starting point. Let's get rid of the N word.
Right.
Let's not put power to that word any longer. Right? Because that's what people of other color, they come into our neighborhoods and they'll use that. They'll give you the middle finger. And then I just saw a video of a young man who was the son of a judge in some state. And he was just walking through and, just sticking up his middle finger and calling, people of color the N word and all that. He just felt, empowered and he felt privileged and it was okay. But then a young black man recorded that. And then recorded his license plate number, and so he got some flack because of that.
Oh, yeah.
Because now, okay, you want to tell us where you live? Okay, we're going to come where you live, and we're going to protest where you live and let you know that we're not standing for this anymore.
Right.
And I think that in order to be the example, a lot of times that's the high road, right? Somebody has to take the high road. Somebody has to be the example, and most people sometimes aren't willing to be the example. You know?
And comedian Paul Mooney, I mean, he was famous in coming out and saying that, maybe we should not, as comedians, use this as part of our act. Maybe we shouldn't do that. And he was one of the first comedians that came out and just said, but let's try and do something better. I'm all for creative license. I really am. I don't feel like censorship should be part of our society. I don't think cancel culture should be part of our society. But when you want to have the argument about why this community is getting offended by certain things that are said, but this community isn't, then you really need to look at the community themselves. The LGBTQ plus community has been incredibly, disgustingly powerful over the past couple of decades.
Oh, yeah.
And
Come on, for real.
it is like you don't even understand. I'm talking about money. I'm talking about political. I'm talking about entertainment, Hollywood. There is so much power in this community, yet it's on the backs of people that look like us.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how did they get so powerful?
I'm gonna bring up a quick question.
Organization.
Could you imagine if we treated the N-word like we treated that almost as serious now as to making sure we address someone by their proper pronoun?
Exactly. Yeah.
Could you imagine the seriousness of that? Because the seriousness now of making sure you address somebody by their proper pronoun is like top tier. It's almost one of the highest quality.
And it's so prevalent because you see it. You see it. His, hers.
Right.
It's on their signature of their emails.
Right. But we would never get that. You would almost never get that same backing, that same type of support for anyone to say, no, let's not use, or let's use, or the N-word. That's that type of support, because it just wouldn't happen. But we can easily watch it in other scenarios. But it's just so crazy how much support.
And that's real. That's real right there. Because I was doing an interview a couple weeks ago, and someone asked me, which pronoun do you prefer? And I didn't know what they were talking about at first. What are you talking about?
Wow.
Which pronoun would you prefer? With what? What are we doing? Are we playing words with friends? What are we doing? Like I don't know what
Words
we're
with
talking
friends.
about.
Girl?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's me playing
Because it
words.
never in my mind, because it was a Zoom call, it never in my mind occurred to me that somebody may assume that I may not be the gender that I'm dressed up as. You know what I mean?
Or I always feel like it's going to go into like the gender thing, or like people's age. Like people wanting to be with younger kids, like older adults wanting to be with younger kids because they really feel like they're like a kid in the mind. I feel like all that's going to transpire from this, from the pronoun thing.
This is taking a lot of that pronoun thing that took a lot of domestic violence cases up too.
Yeah.
I've noticed that even on the West Coast. You know, a lot of people, you think you're going home with,
Right.
you know what I mean? With
Eve.
With
But you end up with Steve.
you end up with, that's what it is. Well, thought you was with Eve, ended up with Steve. Had the
Didn't
wrong
that happen
apple
to Eddie
you
Murphy?
Yeah.
ate. Yeah, so it's real. Like I'm saying, I've even witnessed cases like that, even being, like I said, in Los Angeles, where we walk outside of a club and two people out there arguing. Next thing you know, a voice gets deeper. He's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like, no wonder, them calf muscles won't add up. I knew something when she got some big calf muscles. I was like, oh, that's, I know him. Yeah. Yeah, so, it's like you say, that pronoun, you know what I mean? People don't know how to address you anymore because we live life so freely.
Yeah.
We live life freely. I don't know what it is, man.
A little too much freedom, right?
Yeah, it's too much freedom, man. Like Granny and them didn't play that back then. You know what I mean? Grandma and them would beat it out of
Danny, are you banging on our counter?
I'm sorry.
Okay, hold on. Wait for it. There you go. That's for you, Danny.
Because she felt the need that you had a little something with you. She was like, look, I'm finna beat it about it. We finna go down before the Lord. We finna go to church on Wednesday night. It's Bible study. If it was Thursday, she was going to take it to the choir practice. We're going to get some prayer. You know what I mean?
And I kind of want to tie this a little bit back into kind of what we saw like this past weekend. Like you just see like the different generational things.
Yes.
And you see it prevalent. Like you see people who have like graduated from Fayetteville State in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. And all of them in that same spot. And all of them just kind of like, you can like talking with some people and they're like, man, when I went here, we didn't do this, or we couldn't do this, or we couldn't get away with this. And now people who are here now are like, oh no, we've been getting away with that for years.
Hey B, I'm gonna tell you the funniest thing you said about the generation.
Dan, you can't laugh before the joke. Come on, man.
That makes it funnier.
Man, we were playing the gospel music. Man, you can see the difference in the generation. We was playing the gospel music. It was some people crying, some people getting the spirit. I look over, it was a girl grinding on the pole. She was killing the pole too. I'm like, this is Kurt Franklin. You're not supposed to. I'm talking about she was into it. They were like, get her off the pole. I'm like, it's a different generation, man. They were like, yo, I don't care what type of music it is, we're gonna turn it up. Man, that was so funny to me. They was like, get her off the pole now.
Oh, man.
The people finna pass out. We need white sheets on ankles. Like, get her off the pole.
Oh, that was an experience, though.
It was.
It was
one of the greatest experiences ever.
Yeah.
And
I'm not gonna lie.
I hate
That
to,
was great.
of course, kind of take away from what we were talking about, but just that in itself, like, I talked with it about somebody, and I'm just like, I sat and as the songs were playing, just looked. And you see some people, because it's like when you're in that moment, like when you're in the gospel moments, and a song like Never Would Have Made It comes on, and you realize what we've been through in the last 2 years to even get back to a point where finally have people back on our campus. I was like, this is...
We made it.
We made it. It was crazy. Like, that's why you could see people out there crying. You could see people out there like, you know, we almost didn't make it.
Because guess what? God said, if you ashamed of me in front of your peers, come on, somebody. Hit it again, Ray. I did it.
There you go, Danny.
Oh, he'd be ashamed of you from the pearly gates. You hear me? It was some people out there that want to shame. That's what I was loving, because, you know, sometimes, you know, we can shy away from trying to show people, you know what I mean, that sensitive side that you have with God. But when you can come out here and really say, you know what, God, I love you. God, I thank you. Thank you for bringing me back home to homecoming. Thank you for bringing me back safe. Thank you for safe travels there and from. It was a lot of that, B.
Yeah.
And you was part of that. You did that.
And the crazy part was that it almost didn't happen. It almost didn't happen. They sent that email in like September, and everybody was like, man, we done waited 2 years, and now it's almost not. But I remember as soon as it cleared, they said, all right, y'all, we having it. Everybody was, we there.
But then let's look at it this way as well too. And the reason why it did happen was because people started to take responsibility.
Yep.
You know, and you can't force this vaccination thing, you know, on people. You have to want to do it because you want to do it, not because you feel that you're being forced. And I know, Tony, at some point today we were going to talk about Kyrie Irving.
I'm getting into it right now because you just brought it up. So
that's called a segue, y'all.
Right,
you welcome. You welcome, girl.
Now,
that's a segue.
That's what we call a segue.
Yes,
The 75th NBA season opener was last night with a matchup between defending NBA champions, the Milwaukee Bucks, and the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets lost, and critics are saying it was due to the absence of their marquee player, multi-million-dollar point guard Kyrie Irving. Last week, Nets general manager Sean Marks confirmed Kyrie Irving, quote, will not play or practice with the team until he's eligible to be a full participant, i.e., vaccinated. Kyrie, as we know, has made a personal choice, and although the teams respect his individual right to choose, some heavy hitters are coming out against Kyrie's decision. Let's listen to what Magic Johnson had to say.
Oh, so Magic's first. All right, thanks for letting me know. Hold on, Danny. We're going to lose your face momentarily.
I got
Magic got
two
to speak.
shots and made sure I put it out on social media. I wanted especially my community to know that, first of all, it's safe. And the players, again, people listen to them. They follow them. That's very important. Plus, the last thing is this. You have said to your teammates, I'm going to be there for you. Well, you can't be there if you don't get vaccinated. You're letting them down. and then that hurts our chances of winning the championship. I would never do that to my teammates.
How y'all feel about that?
That's tough because with Kyrie, Kyrie is in one of them situations where he's an individual first. He's a man first, at the end of the day, and Kyrie was promised something. That's a part that a lot of people haven't like tapped into yet. He was promised if he doesn't get the vaccination that he would still be able to play. And that's what he's pretty much rolling with right now, is that you guys gave me a promise. You told me, look, I didn't have to get vaccinated. Because honestly, we don't know everybody's bodily functions. How would his body react to getting vaccinated?
It's a personal choice.
And let me just clear up the facts on that because you're absolutely right. So the NBA does not have any kind of jurisdiction to enforce a COVID vaccination standard. The NBA does not. However, unfortunately, because Kyrie is playing for the Brooklyn Nets and the Brooklyn is in New York, New York has one of the strictest lockdown COVID situations in the entire country. And it's because it's so prominent there. So I understand what the legislators are trying to do in terms of protecting people. So in order for you to be in a building like the center by which the basketball team plays, in order to be in the building, you have to be vaccinated or wear a mask. But I think in New York, it's still being vaccinated. So you're right. The NBA and I know that there's going to be collective bargaining with the NBA coming up, but it's not something that the commissioner is saying, this is the mandate that we're going to pass. But in the state of New York, it is a mandate. And Charles Barkley, I think he doubled down on Kyrie Irving because I was watching the season opener last night. I love the NBA, and it was just so good to see everybody back again. And then, of course, they couldn't help at halftime to talk about Kyrie Irving. And here's a little bit of what Charles Barkley had.
I got vaccinated. I can't wait to get the booster. You don't get vaccinated just for yourself. You get vaccinated for your family first. You get vaccinated for your teammates, second, things like that. That's what bothers me about this whole thing. I think everybody should get vaccinated. Let me tell you something. I really am proud of the Nets for putting their foot down. For saying, no, we're not going to deal with this half on, half off. The only thing that bugs me, he's still going to make $17 million sitting at home. I wish they could find a way. If he wants to go on this thing, like, people say he's like Ali. First of all, don't ever compare anybody to Ali. Ali went 3 years without boxing. He was the highest paid athlete in the world. This guy gonna make $17 million for sitting at home.
That sounds a little haterish.
Sounds like a hater.
I just want to and then you're counting the man's money.
Yeah,
right.
That's a grown man's pocket.
That was the first negative. You count the other man's pockets.
I don't want to I don't understand why we're acting like Kyrie is the first person to sit home and still make some money.
Right.
Exactly.
He is not the first athlete to ever sit home and still make some money. If we went through the list of athletes that are sitting home right now, over any sport, sitting at home making money, it's plenty of them. So I don't know why we're just all up in arms about Kyrie sitting at home making money when there are people who will voluntarily sit out a season and still make bank.
I believe that's their contract, and that's what he's due. And I don't think that I think that the whole money, I think that was a cheap shot on Barkley's part. That had nothing to do with anything. And Ray and I were talking about this during show prep yesterday. So, if you are a parent with a family at home and you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're saying, okay, you know what, I don't want to get vaccinated, and your employer is saying, okay, you're either going to get vaccinated or lose your job, that person has to make a life or death decision. Because if you don't get the vaccine, you won't be able to feed your kids. You may not be able to be in your home. This is not the situation here with Kyrie Irving. I think Kyrie has, yes, he can make whatever choice he wants to, but he also has to understand that there are consequences for that. And if the Brooklyn Nets and the state of New York says that this is what the mandate is, and if you want to play a part of this team, you have to follow this mandate, and he chooses not to, and that's fine. I guarantee you that he will try and be traded out of New York at the earliest convenience because of this, because of the state's mandate. But bringing up the money, that was just a cheap shot.
But we all know Chuck.
So let me bring this up, and a lot of people aren't really talking about this fact as well, because when you talk about vaccination, it's a personal choice.
Right.
we all have a personal choice. I know, Brian, you and I, we've had conversation about the vaccination and things like that. But in my having conversations, it's never about forcing anybody. And as well as Kiara, we've talked about it as well, too. It's never about forcing anybody to do it. But if you have sound, factual information that can potentially help someone to make a decision, because a lot of times it's lack of information that people don't
definitely.
have. Right? So you have that conversation, but I'm not going to feel a certain kind of way because, let's say, Brian or Kiara didn't want to get vaccinated. I'm not going to treat them differently. That is their choice. But as long as they respect me, that they come around me and they're maintaining their 6 feet of distance or they're wearing a mask, I can respect that. It's the ones that abuse it that don't even take the precautions to do anything like that. Now, what we have to understand with the NBA and any sort of business is that you're talking about, is it called BURPA? You know, like it's an HR thing, right? In regards to all this information, medical information is supposed to be HIPAA. Yeah, HIPAA. I'm sorry, I'm like talking about BURPA.
What?
My bad.
I was working with.
No, I'm in academia. No, BURPA is an academia thing. I'm sorry, but I'm talking about HIPAA.
You got the HIPAA
right?
HIPAA.
Because you know, there's an act on privacy.
Yeah.
It's your personal choice, but they're putting all that information out there that this man doesn't want to get the vaccination, and you're broadcasting that, so you're actually breaking the law,
telling all his business.
Yeah.
But let me challenge you on that one, because never before has this country been faced with such a healthcare crisis. And I think that when COVID hit here, and we went up to over 1 million people dying of this virus, I think all laws had to change. And to your point about, you know, people not having to get vaccinated, you know, for Whole Bay Productions, we are making it a mandate that you get vaccinated. Number one, the president of the company, myself, it has an immune compromised health. Immune compromised health. Okay, so I don't want you working in my studio, in my office, if you're not, because I don't need that risk, right? So we're making it a mandate. And you know, when you work in production, you are in close quarters, and you're having to talk to people, and you got headsets on, and you're holding equipment, and you're doing all this other kind of stuff. So we're making that mandate. And people have the choice. They say, okay, well, we don't want to work with you because we don't want to get vaccinated. Okay, cool. You know what? I got somebody else right behind you. But I think that COVID has changed all the rules. It has.
But they need to. I understand they've changed the rules, but they have to change the actual rules. They haven't changed the rules yet. You know.
Well, the HIPAA only applies to a doctor's ability to share medical information. It doesn't apply for companies and whatever. I mean, yes, he could sue the Brooklyn Nets for releasing that information. You know, and I'm pretty sure that in the entertainment industry. Those are my dogs. Sorry about that.
Oh, shout out the doggies.
That's Danny Rag hitting his time buzzer, because speaking about release, we have to release him because he has somewhere to be.
I gotta go to work.
Headed to the Queen City.
You blowing that dog whistle, aren't you? That's why Tony's dogs are. You are a dog, aren't you?
My fault.
So yeah, man. I mean, great conversation today, man. Thanks,
definitely.
Danny Rag and Brian for coming through and giving us that homecoming 2021 recap. And once again, giving you both your flowers, man. You guys did a tremendous job. And also, big kudos going out to the administration as well as Gwinnett Council and her staff for what they did over the weekend. Can't forget about Jarmel Baxter and the guys over there at Lily Gym for all the work they did on the plots. You know, the new Greek Plaza as well too was beautiful. The ribbon cutting for that. So it was just a great homecoming, man. And you guys were two of the catalysts that really pushed that engine forward, man. So so thank you.
Really quickly, I do want to give a shout out to Dr. Council, and of course all of Student Affairs. But Dr. Council called me the day before. She called me on Friday and asked if I was available, and I was like, absolutely, I'll be available. So for them to even give me the call, to trust me to do it, and then I'll say, like, for Danny for us to work together that entire day, and I'm kind of sitting just watching. I'll ask, like, hey, what do you think we should do for this, or what do you think we should do for that, and he just automatically, hey, let's go to this, let's go to that, and I'm just learning the entire day, and it was just an amazing experience. And now I can't wait for Homecoming 2022, and even I can't wait for Rodeo Week. I don't know what they're doing yet. I don't know what they're doing yet, but whatever they do, I'm in there.
Rodeo week.
And my last shout out for the day. Shout out to the brothers of the Mighty Pi Chapter of Phi Beta Sigma. It is our charter day today, so happy charter day to the brothers of Pi.
Shameless plug.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug to the boys.
All right.
Meet them at the plots today, 7:14. By the way.
All right. Okay, Danny, you have some shout outs, man?
Yeah, man, I want to shout out to the brothers of Mega South Africa Incorporated.
And congrats to them as well. Congrats to them.
Definitely. They won the step show the other night. Shout out to the Zetas. They won the step show. Mega Beta Chapter here on campus of Fayetteville State. And I definitely want to give a shout out to Miss Wynette Council again. Thank you to her and her staff. Thank you to Mr. Jeff Wambu. Thank you to Miss Regina Locust. Yeah. Thank you to Chancellor Allison.
Definitely.
Thank you to the whole athletic department too, because these guys won the championship game. Not championship game. I'm speaking into existence.
There we go.
They won homecoming 55-12. They only got one loss on the season, and we're headed to the championship game. Okay. I'm gonna keep speaking it. I'm gonna keep saying it.
What's gonna happen?
We will see Fayetteville State University in the CIAA championship game this year,
and we're gonna win it this time.
We're gonna win it. So shout out to the football team, the basketball team, men's and women's. Who was over there the other night? I saw Ray. He was getting it in. He has that voice. He has that voice. You know what I'm saying? I be at the house practicing too. I be trying to do the Ray voice. Yolanda Adams. I be trying to get it. I be trying to get on. Y'all got to get Ray voice.
That was pretty good, dude.
But definitely, I want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you to you, Ray. And I'm finna head to Charlotte. My little man got a game today. Okay. My daughter, she cheering. Then after that, I got to be at the Charlotte Hornets first home game. They playing the Indiana Pacers. So we headed to that game tonight.
Awesome.
Good stuff, man. And continued success in your comedic rise, man. And like I said, take care of your legs, man. They can't be getting wobbly. You know what I'm talking about. Watch the video, y'all. And I'll also make sure you follow Danny Rag on all social media platforms, man.
Check me out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all social media at Danny Rag, DANNYRAG.
That's right.
Especially check out that YouTube channel.
Yeah, because that actual video has over 1 million views, man. So congratulations on that's huge, man.
Thank you. Yeah, we
yes, indeed.
Videos be something else. But I love y'all.
All right, thank you, Danny Rag. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you.
Got to go to work, man.
All right, yeah, they got to go back to work, but we are here live in the studio. So let me get the usual suspects on. Let me see who I have. I have 1, 2, 3, and bang, there we go. All right, so it's the full of us now. Yes, indeed.
Bye.
Yes, indeed. Tony with the good list.
That was a great conversation. I'm really glad that we just kind of opened it up and flowed like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, you know, Danny and Brian, they're gonna free flow. So yeah. So that was a good thing. All right, so I guess we need to get into or did we already do our news now segment?
Yeah, it's done.
We kind of did it, huh? Okay.
We sure did.
Yeah, the interns was like, yeah, we already did it. Oh, hold on. No, just come around, Dan. Come on, man. This is live radio, man. We doing live radio. We got to take a picture, Tonya. Hold on. Hold it down. Yes, indeed.
Oh, look at them taking a nice little photo.
Oh, they're so cute. Look at that. Look at the romance. I love it.
I got you.
Yes, sir.
I love it.
That's how it goes down live radio, y'all. Yes, indeed.
That's true.
Yes, indeed.
So listen,
and they're over there taking selfies.
No.
Do you have my clip ready to go for More Than Our Skin?
Of course I do.
To talk about that.
Of course I do.
Okay.
Oh, hold on.
Why
did I just hit?
Into that because I know we only have a few minutes left here on the air.
Okay.
But as I have said a couple of times, Help A Productions is in development of our second film, More Than Our Skin. This is a film featuring 5 women who are living with the autoimmune disease vitiligo. It's an extraordinary story. We started production back in May. We are still in production, and we're scheduled to be premiered in June 2022. But we need your help. So we have a great way for you to possibly get some great prizes for Christmas. Tell or give it to someone that you love or whatever. We have a great raffle. So if we can just play this video, you'll see someone on there that I think is kind of cute. You should listen to her and buy a raffle ticket.
Okay, I hope I'm playing the right one now. All right, taking myself off screen. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Tonya McGrath producer and director of the upcoming documentary film, More Than Our Skin, a film telling the stories of 5 incredible women living with the autoimmune disease vitiligo. I'm excited to share the kickoff of our raffle event now through November 30th. We have 4 great giveaways to offer, with all proceeds going to the production of this film. For more information on the contest, the prizes, and the film, please visit us at morethanourskin.org. Great prizes, all for a great cause. You don't want to miss this, and thank you for your support.
So let me tell you about some of the prizes that you can win with this raffle ticket. So we have a basket for I think it's a movie pass, like a blanket. We have a basket that has a Home Depot card, a Dick's Sporting Goods card, and I can't remember what the other card is right now. Anyways, we have a Target card. We have some homemade, a homemade shawl, I think that is there. So, and the grand prize, basket number 4, but you have to live in the Massachusetts area. You get a salon visit with my extraordinarily talented daughter, Ashley, at her salon called Treffin in Boston. It was voted Boston's best 5 years in a row, and she is the top colorist at that salon. So yeah, go to the website, morethanourskin.org/raffle. Look at the raffle prizes. Tickets are, I think it's $5 for 1, 3 for 10, and 5 for 20. 5 for 20. And you're helping a good cause, so please go and visit that. And look at some of the trailers that we've already done. Take a look at the stories that we're trying to tell. Independent filmmaking is extraordinarily a labor of love, so we would love that you come and support us for this film. It's really going to be something special. So I really hope that people can come out and support that. That would be fantastic.
Okay, sounds good. Yes, indeed. And,
right.
and thanks to Ashley for purchasing a box as well, too. Because, she purchased a box earlier today as well.
Who did?
Your daughter, Ashley.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Yes, she did. I was like, who are you talking about? Okay. Finally, this week on the Power Play Show, I'm so excited about this show. So Marion King was a young pregnant mother who, while delivering clothes to jailed demonstrators in Camilla, Georgia, on July 23, 1962, was violently attacked by white police officers while her 3 young children watched in horror. The attack on Mrs. King resulted in her losing her child. She was 5.5 months pregnant at the time. Her 3 children, Dr. Jonathan King, Dr. Edward King, and Abina King, have spent decades fighting to right the wrong done to their mother. Their hope is to put their mother's attack in historical context and have the city of Camilla recognize, own up, and acknowledge what happened to make it right. So I have Abina King, who is the daughter. This is an extraordinary story. These are one of those stories that we kind of miss in our history books, but, Dr. King at the time, he came out and he spoke against it. The late Representative John Lewis has also mentioned it in several speeches relative to the civil rights movement. And it also comes almost 150 years later from the Camilla massacre that happened in 1868. So this is a great story. Please tune in. You can listen to the Power Play Show wherever you subscribe to podcasts, including iTunes, iHeartRadio, Pandora Podcasts, and now Amazon Music. You can watch us on YouTube. Simply go to YouTube and search the Hallway Productions Media channel and subscribe so you always know when we have a new show up ready to go. And, of course, we air right here on BarcoIRadio.com.
That's right.
Saturday
Y'all better
at
act like
5
you know.
p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you miss all of that, please just visit us at thepowerplayshow.com. Woo!
Yeah, that was a full show today, boy. I need to walk it off.
Walk it out.
Yes, indeed.
Walk it out.
All right. So once again, we want to thank
I'm down 4 pounds. I might just go do a 2-mile walk myself.
I thought you were going to say you were down an additional 1 pound after that show. I'm just saying.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Probably.
All right. So once again,
that was great. That was fantastic. And big shout out to the interns, Kiara and Ebony. Thank you, beautiful ladies.
Yes, indeed, Kiara. Any shout outs, Kiara?
Shout out to Tanya and Bronco I Radio and Mr. Thomas.
Oh, such a brown noser. Okay. And what about you, Ebony?
I'll take it. Nobody ever shouts me out. I'm going to take that.
What you
Shout
got,
out
Ebony?
to my son. He was
shout
sick
out.
today, so he stayed home from school. So I'm pretty sure my mom and my son
All
are
right.
listening.
Well, I hope he's feeling better.
Yeah.
Get well soon, young buck. Get well soon.
Get well soon.
And what about you, Tonya? Any shout-outs?
You know who I'm shouting out.
Mhm.
The one, the only, the legend, the man that is my better half, Gregory McGrath.
Yeah, Greg, I would usually pop your photo up in where I am right now, but there it is. Bam. You thought I wasn't going to do it, but I did it. There he is. Yes, indeed. All right.
Yes, my partner in life and in love. None of this is possible without his collaboration and support. So, and preparation is power. I just want to just reiterate that. Listen, we had a lot of people that tuned in during this last conversation with D-Rag and Brian, and I just want to thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for just, being supportive of this show, because we're really trying to build something big here, and it really just takes all of you all and your support. We're going to be here every single Wednesday. We're going to inform you. We're going to entertain you. We're going to have some laughs. We're going to give you some information, inspire. This is what we do, and we're going to do this every Wednesday. So please come back next Wednesday for more of the Power News Inside the Ray Thomas Variety Show Live.
What she said. Tracy McDonald, appreciate you, girl. You get a ding. Linda Harper, thank you. You get a ding. Michael Alexander Chasen, you get a ding. Stephen Dalton, Leviticus Charlotte. Tonya, they'll be stopping through live in studio. We have an album release party coming up. I believe it's the next Wednesday.
Woo-hoo!
So they'll be live in studio in the 1 o'clock hour. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Can't wait for them to be here. Also, my good friend Tommy G Mix. Thanks for tuning in this afternoon. Also, can't forget about Yolanda A. Barnes, Yogi with 2 eyes, and Shay Skittles.
What's up, Yolanda?
Thank you for tuning in. Also, my frat, David Issa, up there in Massachusetts. He says, my boss says, if you're on time, you're late. On time is 10 minutes early until I ask if I can go home on time. You funny dude, Dave. Also, Rosier Ford. Thanks for tuning in. Anissa Short, we appreciate you. As well as, last but not least, Will C. Glass and Carla Foster. Thank you all for tuning in. In Your Face is not my place, just in your ear and on your radio. It's BroncoIRadio.com. We emanate from historic Fayetteville State University, where we are
Proud to be.
Yes, indeed. Look at that. Interns on point. Interns on point. So I'm going to leave you guys with a song. And this is a gentleman that we actually need to get back into the studio, right, Tonya? You remember Winslow.
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Winslow Ratliff Jr.
Yes, Winslow.
Yes, indeed. We're going to leave you with a little bit of inspiration on this Wednesday afternoon, Fried Chicken Wednesday on the campus of Fayetteville State, right?
I'm missing it. Yeah.
Ebony's like, oh, I'm missing it. No, we're going to get that chicken now, girl. We're going to go get that chicken. All right, make sure you tell the ones that you love them while you still got them around, because tomorrow is promised to no one. Kiaka Hana Kiaka means I'm always thinking about you. Until then, peace. Be blessed. The beam, the bridge, the bay. It's a B. Don't get it twisted. Bye-bye. It's RayTHOMAS.
Get your music heard globally. Send your clean, edited MP3 file to gm@bronco-iradio.com and you're just steps away from hearing your song. What are you waiting for? Email gm@bronco-iradio.com and be a part of the iRadio mix on broncoiradio.com.